What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about writing. Well, I always talk about writing. So let's be a little more specific. We're going to talk about finding time to write. This is a tricky subject for basically everybody that's ever written. Because let's be real, our lives are demanding and it's hard to find time to write. And guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. There's only one way to do it, and that's to make yourself write. You know, if it means staying up and losing sleep, then so be it. You got to stay up, you got to lose some sleep in order to write. If you love it, you will find time. It may start off as a hobby for you, but if you want it to be more than that, you have to dedicate time. It's an investment. You invest your time to get out what you want from your writing. If you only invest a little bit of time, then you're only going to get a little bit out. Or it's going to take longer to actually be able to go out and get it published if that's what you're after. The more time you're able to spend writing, the quicker you're going to be able to achieve whatever goal it is. But I understand writing is complicated, especially in today's day and age. We don't just write anymore as writers. We have to market, we have to network, we have to do all the stuff of the whole business. Whether you're traditionally published or self-published, you got to do both of these basically by yourself in the beginning. Maybe somewhere down the line, the big publishers, if you're traditionally published, will help you along the way. But to start off with, you basically got to do it all by yourself. Nobody's going to help you out. And it's a sad fact that even traditional published people will do that, but nobody's going to do it. So we got to do it by ourselves, which means we got to figure out how to allocate time to do that. So I'm going to give you 3 suggestions to help you out there. Suggestion number 1, right after bedtime. We have demanding lives. It's really hard to find time to write, but the one time that is almost guaranteed that everybody has is just before bedtime. A lot of times people are just winding down, they're watching TV, they're eating a meal, whatever it is. Maybe what you need to do is push off your bedtime by half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however much you can, and do some writing in that time. Everybody in the household is asleep, so you're going to have some time to yourself and really be able to focus on your writing. Number 2, find the cracks in the day. All of us have little chunks of time that we get throughout the day where we're not doing anything. A 15-minute break here, a 1 hour, half-hour lunch break there. There are little times in the day that you can write. They're kind of hard to find and they're kind of a pain in the butt to work with because it's a very start-stop kind of thing. But, if you're serious about writing and you truly enjoy it, you will find a way to make those little chunks of time work for you. And number 3. The last one's a little bit trickier, but it is doable, and that's just to force it. You basically have to set aside time in the evening or the morning or whenever you can and viciously guard it as your writing time. Make it your writing time and make sure everybody in your life knows that. You will not budge on those times. They are going to be treasured to you, and you're going to have to work it really hard. And even if you don't have time during the week, there are always the weekends. Everybody has a day or 2 off throughout the week. Sometimes you have to be willing to sacrifice those in order to write. You have to be willing to go hard on those days and really buckle down in your writing in order to get that done. I've been there. I was working a full-time job and I was a full-time student at one point, and I was busting my nuts trying to do that and juggle writing, and I still managed to get some writing done and do some editing. I understand it's slow and frustrating and you're beating your head against the wall trying to make it work, but trust me guys, you can. If you truly, truly love writing like I do, you will make it work. You will find time. And eventually you'll come to love the process itself. You'll value every minute of writing you can get. And there will be times where you might get overwhelmed. Finals week as a student, you're going to get overwhelmed. You may not get writing done. Cut yourself a break. It's okay. If you're going through a move, if you're going through a rough emotional patch, it's okay. Take a break, fix yourself, get your life in order, and then continue. That being said, don't use that as an excuse not to write. You can't use it as a crutch and hide behind it like a shield forever. Eventually, if you love writing, you're going to have to write even if you're not in the best of state. People that make a living doing this, they write no matter what. They are creatures of habit. They force themselves to write all the time because they know that just doing it is better than waiting to be inspired and stuff. But I'll make that for another video, and we'll leave it at that for there. So there's 3 tips to help you find time for writing. It's an ugly truth, I know, but you know what? We're writers here. We love making stories. We love writing. we'll make it work. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you like it, ring the bell, letting you know when I'm posting new videos. Hit me up anytime in the comments below. Tell me how you find time to write. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, later.